Have you ever stared at your phone, watching the messages pile up? Come join us. We're all meeting tonight. Don't be shy, just come. And deep down, you want to say yes, but something inside you whispers, no, not today. You scroll through stories of people laughing, clinking glasses, posing for photos, and for a brief second, you feel a quiet ache. Not jealousy, not hate, just this deep sense of distance. This video is for the ones who often choose silence over noise, solitude over crowds, and peace over performance. Because there's a reason you avoid social events. And it's not just because you're antisocial. It's something much deeper, something your mind is trying to protect you from. Welcome to the psychology of people who avoid social events. Number 1. The hidden anxiety behind, I'm just tired. Sometimes, avoiding social gatherings isn't about being rude or shy. It's about emotional exhaustion. You tell people, I'm just tired. But what you really mean is, I can't handle pretending today. Psychologists call this social fatigue, a form of burnout that happens when constant interaction drains your emotional energy, especially for empaths, introverts, or people who've had to perform socially for too long. When you walk into a room full of people, your brain starts scanning. Am I being judged? Do I belong here? What do I say next? And while others are laughing, your mind is fighting battles that no one else can see. So you step back. You avoid the party. You ghost the invitation. Not because you hate people, but because your peace costs too much to spend it on small talk. Number 2. The wounds that shape the avoidance. For many, social avoidance doesn't come from nowhere. It's built from experience. Maybe you once opened up to someone and were laughed at. Maybe you were the quiet one in school, the one people overlooked, ignored, or mocked for being too quiet, too weird, or too different. Each of those moments leaves a psychological mark, a voice in your head that says, you don't belong there. Psychologists link this to rejection sensitivity, a heightened emotional response to even the possibility of rejection. So now, before anyone can exclude you, you exclude yourself. You say no before they can. You cancel plans, make excuses, and retreat, not because you dislike people, but because you fear the pain of being unseen again. And here's the heartbreaking truth. The people who avoid social events often crave connection the most. They just crave it in a way that feels safe, slow, and real. They want a small circle, deep conversations, genuine laughter, not loud crowds or fake smiles. Number 3. The psychology of safety and control. Avoidance isn't always fear. Sometimes it's about control in a world that constantly overwhelms you. Staying home is your way of saying, here, I decide what affects me. This ties to a psychological concept called the locus of control. When people feel that the outside world is unpredictable, they retreat to environments they can manage. Their room, their playlist, their silence. Because silence doesn't judge you. Your room doesn't misunderstand you. And solitude doesn't require you to perform. What many people see as antisocial is often the brain's defense mechanism, protecting you from emotional overstimulation, from chaos, from the pain of being misunderstood. Number 4. The inner world of the avoider. People who avoid social events are not empty. They're full of thoughts, reflections, self-awareness, creativity, and emotion. They notice every shift in energy, every awkward silence, every fake smile. And that level of sensitivity makes socializing feel like walking through a storm. Every drop, every sound, every vibration hits too deeply so they prefer their own company. Not because they're lonely, but because solitude feels authentic. They recharge by being alone. So when they do show up, they show up real. No filters, no pretending, just themselves. And that's something most people never understand. That sometimes avoiding people is how you stay yourself. Number 5. Healing and understanding yourself. That if you see yourself in this, please know this. You are not broken. You are not too quiet, too distant, or too weird. You are just someone whose soul values depth over display. And that's okay. But remember, healing doesn't mean forcing yourself to be loud. It means slowly finding spaces and people who make you feel safe enough to show up. Maybe start small, one conversation, one friend, one genuine connection at a time. Because sometimes the right people won't drain your energy. They'll recharge it.so to the ones who cancel plans, who stay home, who sit quietly in the corner. You're not antisocial. You're protecting your peace. But also remember, there's a world waiting for the real you, not the performance, not the mask, just you. Because when you finally feel safe enough to step out, your presence will mean more than any crowd ever could. This was the psychology of people who avoid social events. If this spoke to you, take a deep breath and know you're not alone.